Alright, hey noobs, so I'm here with my first review video. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the equipment that I'm currently using and kind of give you my impressions as a newbie goalie of what I think of them. I'm also going to kind of go through different things you're going to hear when you start to look for your own sets, so you know what you're looking for. So right now what I'm going to start with is the blocker and glove for my current set, which is the CCM E-Flex 3.5s. So most sets, most companies are going to have what I call the entry-level sets. They're usually the cheaper price points. They're usually the exact same as their pro-level sets, but they're slimmed down a lot. They're going to be lower price points, which is going to help you come into the game, especially if you're a parent trying to buy for a young child. These are going to be the sets you're probably going to go into because your kid's going to grow out of the set. Myself, I didn't know if I was going to get into this, so I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money, so I went with the entry-level set. Now, CCM actually has two sets out right now. They have their E-Flex line, which is what I have. I have the low end of that. They also have their Premier line, which is their butterfly style. So basically, you have the two styles of pads. You have the soft face pads, which are like the E-Flex lines. You also have the Premier pads, which are the stiff face. Basically, the way I was described to me was the soft face are for the hybrid goalies. The ones that are more stand-up, more reactionary. And as coming from deck hockey, when I played with the old Milac pads, I never really played butterfly, so I didn't want to get something that was going to be butterfly heavy. So I got the soft face pad. My new set that's coming in is going to be more of a stiff face pad, so that's going to be interesting to see the difference, and I'll kind of give you my thoughts on that when I get it. But for right now, we'll start with this. So we're going to start with the blocker. It's pretty quick and easy to go through, so that's why. With the blocker, the main difference you're going to see between the 3.5, the 3.9, and the pro level set of this E-Flex is a lot of it's going to be in the way it's constructed. With the 3.5 or the entry level set, it's basically just a piece of Gen Pro stitched right onto the hard piece inside of here. When you go in the 3.9, you're going to see a couple of raised pieces here. It's going to break up this pattern a little more with more pieces. It's going to add, I think, a little more durability, in my opinion. The Pro set, same thing. This is so much thicker in the Pro level. It's a lot more durable, I believe. With the 3.5, though, I haven't had many issues. When I have the issues I have had, I've taken a slap shot right here, which is basically where my hand is, right there. And I felt it. It wasn't painful, but I was shocked that I felt it. The other issue I have with it right now is I've had this blocker for about 4 months of playtime, maybe 2 to 3 times a week, give or take. Some weeks I don't play at all, some weeks I play a lot. But I have, right there's 2 cuts, and right there's a cut. Now, none of these cuts are made by skates. I've not had a skate come up onto my blocker. I haven't been hit or kicked or anything like that. This is just from the blocker making puck saves. They're not major ones. I mean, honestly, if I go out and get some pad skins, which are it's a piece of the same Gen Pro material, but it's usually colored. Allows you to change the color of your blocker if you wanted to maybe, instead of have red, blue, if you wanted to have, instead of the white, more black, you could do that. But it's also good for repairing your equipment. I could probably Gen Pro that and fix it. I'm just a little disappointed that it's starting to have that so quickly. The other issue I have with this is every other piece of equipment I've ever used has had some sort of like string or something attached here, so when you close your fist, this comes down. With this, it doesn't. It actually stays open, and the way I hold my stick is kind of like this. I almost I pistol grip on the actual stick itself, on the paddle. So I've been hit a couple times as the puck comes up. It's nothing major. It doesn't hurt that much. It's just one of those like, oh, I felt that. Kind of annoying. Other than that, though, I've taken shots here, and that's been fine. For the most part, I've taken shots off this block, and it's been fine. The issue I have with this, and it's something I didn't know about until after I bought the set, soft pads, soft face pads, the rebound control tends to be, it hits and kind of dies, so it'll hit and drop like maybe 2 feet in front of you and allows you to grab it real quick if you're a quick goaltender. I myself am not. I'm not a very quick goaltender. I wish I would have got a stiffer pad so when I hit this, it went away. A lot of the things you also see once I start doing my game videos is I don't use this blocker properly. I tend to hit, when I block, I hit it at an angle kind of like this. I need to start hitting it straight like this. And what happens a lot of times is it'll hit and bounce straight up. And then I have to try to track where the puck goes, and I tend to lose it. So that's more of a technique thing than anything, but that's just something as a new goaltender you're going to have to learn. You got to really learn pad positioning with the puck because it's going to bounce a lot different than, say, a ball if you've ever played deck hockey. So for the most part, though, blocker's pretty nice, pretty simple. Now I have same thing here. I have the E-Flex 3.5 glove. I pretty much just went 3.5 for the whole series. Same thing. If you have the 3.5, 3.9 Pro levels, this is going to be a little more beefy as you go up. It's going to use more Gen Pro to kind of cut these colors and the pattern. When you just get the 3.5, it's just a straight piece with the lacing or the stitching. There's also differences, what they call a one-piece or a two-piece. Now, this is a one-piece. With the two-piece, you actually have a break somewhere around here. That, in turn, kind of gives it kind of an angled look and kind of gives it a little more mobility, I think. I haven't played with a two-piece, so I'm not entirely sure. Another thing you're going to see in here is this is a double T. So what that means is this little piece back here is your T. You can actually see if you kind of look at it, it makes a T. There is single T, which is just one piece, goes straight up. This is a double T. I think there's also like a floating T. I haven't really got into that one yet, though. I like the double T. My new glove that I'm having coming in is also a double T, so that's going to be interesting to kind of play with. For the most part, this glove is okay. It gave me a heck of a time trying to break it in. I used a couple YouTube videos I saw to break it in, and really only until about recently, it really didn't break in. So it's getting there now, which is good. The issue I have with this, and I don't know if it's just because this is an entry level and it's not as beefy as, say, the pro levels, is I've taken hits here, which is pretty much right on these fingers. And I've also taken hits directly in the center, like down here. And that's right on your palm, and you can feel those. Like, when I get hit in the palm, I feel that. My hand gets a little stiff. It's almost like the old Mighty Ducks movies when the guy saved Fulton's shot and you can see the imprint of a puck on his palm. That's what I get. So I don't know if that's because this is an entry level and maybe the pro level is a little more beefy. Like I said, I am getting a pro level set, so I'll be able to compare that and give you guys my opinion on it. One of the things I'm going to show you, though, because nobody showed me this. So the blocker kind of has an adjustment thing, but honestly, I don't adjust it. I keep it pretty loose so I can get my hand out of it, because that's how I use my water bottle. It's how I move things. But for your glove, you're really going to want to open this up like I just did. When you're getting ready in the locker room, take everything out, and most gloves are going to have like this. This is a knuckle. You want to get that pretty well cinched. There's also this wrist one. Now, what I tend to do is my chest protector comes to about right here, and then the strap for my wrist is right here. So I tend to put this over the strap for my wrist, and then I crank it down. And what that does is it gets your hand nice and stable in there, and then you just kind of seal everything back up. And they usually come like this. There's usually two of them. Depends on the glove you have. My recommendation when you get your new pads, really play with them. But once you kind of do that and you kind of cinch yourself in there, it gives you more of a ability to kind of really hold on to that glove. Because what will happen is if it's loose, you'll get hit and it'll turn. And you'll start having pucks hit that and bounce away because you don't have your hand in there really tight. So if you tighten this down real good and you get hit, it doesn't move. So that's one of those things, like I said, once you get your own equipment, kind of play with it, really get an idea of how your equipment works and get a feel for it. You're going to play with your straps consistently. You're going to work with the tightening and loosening to just kind of figure out your own thing. Stick times are great for that. You can face a lot of shots, especially if you're a goalie. There's not a lot of us to go to stick times. So go to a stick time, play with your strappings, take about 10, 15 shots, skate off the side and mess with your strapping. Go back, take 10, 15 more shots. Kind of play around. Don't feel bad if you're going there and you're getting destroyed. The only way to learn is to be bad and get better. So don't kind of get frustrated when you're letting in easy stuff, because it's going to happen. So with that, so that's the blocker, that's the glove for the CCM 3.5s. Like I said, I don't have really a whole lot of stuff to compare it to other than the really weird gear I used to use when I played deck. I like it so far. I'm not a huge fan of this glove. It took a really long time to break in, and I'm noticing a lot that I'm taking pucks off my hand instead of into the pocket. A lot of that might be a technique issue, not the glove itself, but that's kind of my little issue with it, and I told you the small issue I have with the blocker. Not a bad set for an entry level. My recommendation, if you're looking at an entry level set, go to a store that has a goalie guy and pick his brain. I was there for maybe 2 hours when I got my set, so... with that, I'm going to be doing a few more videos of reviews. I'm going to go over my leg pads, probably my chest protector, my pants, my helmets, my skates, everything that I use, and kind of give you that newbie perspective. Till then, thanks for watching, and keep it up.